For the last few months, the movie Wicked has been all over my For You page. The leading concern among the public seems to be that the leading ladies are shrinking. No, not like that.
Oh, thank goodness!
Ariana Grande, who plays Glinda, and Cynthia Erivo, who plays Elphaba, both appear to have lost a significant amount of weight during the course of filming Wicked, and people cannot stop speculating as to why. Now, we all know by now that Hollywood beauty standards are absolutely horrifying. Ozempic thin is in. And filming a movie as intense as Wicked has to be exhausting. So the weight loss could be for any number of reasons. Frankly, what their bodies look like is their business.
What you're wearing to your body, to your face, to your everything. There's a comfortability that people have commenting on that I think is really dangerous.
Now, what I want to know is, what have these ladies been eating? What are they doing for exercise? Is it something that's sustainable? Your girl is over here on a health and fitness journey. And if it's something worthwhile, I want to see if I can work it into my daily habits. So I went on a deep dive to find out more, and this week I will be eating and exercising like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Now, we of course have to start with breakfast. I have my appropriately Glinda colored pink Snuggie on, and I am definitely ready to eat something. Now, in terms of these ladies' diets, here's what you gotta know. Both Ariana and Cynthia are vegans, and they have been for quite some time. In Cynthia's case, she said that she really struggles to process red meat and just feels like being vegan is the best way to treat her body. Now, for Ariana, she is most definitely an animal advocate. Rumor has it she has adopted 10 dogs, which sounds lovely, but you're gonna need a lot of lint rollers. And she is a genuine believer that if you have a vegan lifestyle, you are gonna live a longer life and a happier one. And I honestly love that mindset. While I am not vegan myself, I will say that mentally, when I have a lot more veggies in my diet, I do feel happier, less stressed, and a whole lot more balanced. Now, while I was doing my internet sleuthing, I found a TikTok from someone who claims to be Ariana's personal chef, and she has said that while filming Wicked, Ariana would tend to have a green smoothie for her breakfasts. There, of course, was not a specific recipe, so I hunted one down that looked fairly healthy and whipped it right up. I've thoroughly enjoyed having smoothies lately as a whole. I feel like they are kind of one of my go-tos if I want something cold and refreshing that I can sneak a lot of fruits and veggies into. I have my smoothie tasting straw right here. I don't know what it is, but the rubber tip on the straw somehow makes it feel so much fancier when I'm drinking things, and I've really enjoyed it for taste testing new things. That is good and not too excessively proteiny tasting. Like, you can tell there's protein powder in there, but not to the point where you're like, ugh. Because, you know, some of those protein powders be rough. Not a bad way to start a morning. Now, for breakfast, Cynthia does things a little bit differently. She actually usually likes to go do a workout on an empty stomach, and then when she gets home, that is when she has a high-protein breakfast, and she, of course, makes sure to have her vitamins. I never work out on an empty stomach because I will 100% pass out, but I do have my daily multivitamins. Now, that was violent. If you are curious as to whether or not you need vitamins, the main thing is that if you have a fully balanced diet, that covers all your vitamins. But realistically, that's kind of hard to do unless you are like down to a science with your macros. And for me, I know that I'm just struggling to get enough veggies in. So I have a multivitamin, or 2 of them in gummy form, every day. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of extra help from some supplements. Just make sure that you are aware that if you are in the United States, supplements like, you know, protein powders, vitamins, all of that, none of those are regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. So it can be a little bit harder to know if what you're getting and ordering is actually accurate. I usually just do the best I can with sticking with some of the main name brands. I always just go with Vitafusion. They're at Walmart and the gummies are delicious. I also like that since I am on a weight loss journey, the vitamins that I take do actually have a good chunk of biotin in there because that's supposed to help with your hair, your skin, and your nails. And when you lose weight, the faster you lose it, the more hair loss you tend to have. It just kind of comes with the territory. So I feel like that way I'm covering all of my bases. Now, like any good What I Eat in a Day video, especially when it's a celebrity edition, we have our outfits.
I'm so excited I can't breathe!
Now, as much as I would love to wear the Oscar de la Renta dress that Ariana wore at one of the Wicked events, my budget is a little more of a dollar de la general. So I will be finding some Ariana and Cynthia inspired outfits from my closet. Most of Ariana's outfits having to do with the movie Wicked were some shade of pink and kind of sparkly, and all of Cynthia's outfits for the most part were some variation of green and sometimes with some black.
Pink goes good with green.
Now, Cynthia has absolutely gorgeous bone structure. Unlike Cynthia, I do not look good bald. She does, however, enjoy a good nose ring from time to time, so I did manage to find another one of mine and put that on. This one is just a clip-on, so it's probably going to end up tickling the heck out of me. I don't know how long I'm going to have it on today. But since I cannot rock the bald look, I did get a little bit of green inspiration going on in my hair, and of course, we have a little bit of green on the eyes, and for the first time ever, I'm wearing green lipstick. What y'all didn't see off camera was me trying this about 400 different ways to figure out how I could actually find green lipstick that didn't look terrible on me, but frankly, I think I finally found one that I liked. For today, I'm not as worried about the outfit. We have actually one of my Good Mythical morning shirts. There is some green involved, but it is 20 stinking degrees outside, and I'm just trying to stay warm. So today's not going to be as fashionable, but everything else in the video will be.
Thank you for having faith in me.
Both ladies are extremely active. Ariana in particular has a goal of getting 12,000 steps a day, and her favorite ways to go about it are either to walk on a treadmill while watching some TV, which I can absolutely get behind, or to go hiking. Cynthia isn't much for walking, but she is a big runner. She actually ran in the New York City Marathon. She runs about 5 to 9 miles every other day, which is a lot. I am still trying to get my foot to recover, and I actually have not gotten to do much walking on it, so I don't know how much I'm gonna get done today, but my husband and I are gonna go hiking for the first time since I had the surgery on my foot, and I am really excited. Cynthia is also a big fan of lemon water, and I'm partial to staying hydrated when I hike, so I will be bringing some with me. Cynthia is actually really proactive of planning ahead with her snacks. She wants to make sure that she knows what she's going to eat and when. She's also a big fan of edamame and of seaweed. And today we are going to be trying a little bit in the way of seaweed for our snacks. Of Ariana's favorite snacks, I think the ones that looked the best were dragon fruit and bananas.
So we packed up our snacks, got in the car, and drove out to Eagle Mountain Park, which is out in Fort Worth. Once we got there, we decided we had to take a minute to bundle up because it was awful outside.
Stop. I should have taken my glasses off first. What are you doing?
Once we were each bundled up enough to look like the Michelin Man.
Oh yeah!
Hey, I said the Michelin Man, not the Kool-Aid Man. Go away. We started our hike, and I discovered just how difficult it is to be fully burritoed up when you wear glasses. Even Javi couldn't see what he was doing because he was so packaged up. Careful! Javi, oh my gosh! Even hiking in the middle of winter, the park was still completely gorgeous. The only downside is there were a lot of hills that were really hard to navigate that were a lot steeper than they looked.
Okay, made it.
There were also a lot of rocks that we were walking over of all different sizes, so we had to be really careful not to completely take out our ankles.
Oh. I don't think I'm a fan of lemon and or lime in my water.
I was so excited when we were finally able to make our way all the way down to the lake. Pictures did not do it justice. It was absolutely gorgeous and 100% worth the disgusting temperatures. There's something about being outdoors with water nearby that just brings me immense amounts of joy, especially knowing that I also get to spend this time with my husband is something that just makes me feel so blessed. It took us a while, especially with my ankle being sassy, but we did manage to make it up all of the rest of the ginormous hills and back to the car in one piece.
I am at 10,600 steps, which is not quite as dramatic as Ariana's 12,000 a day. However, given the fact that I usually try not to go over 5,000 or 6,000 simply for the sake of my foot, I would say that's pretty darn good, although hopefully my ankle will not be paying the price tomorrow. Now, we did not get to taste test the snacks yet because, frankly, it was 20 degrees outside and we weren't going to sit still long enough to eat them. But we will be trying Cynthia's snack of choice, which is seaweed. If I'm being completely honest, when I think of eating seaweed, there's only one thing that comes to mind.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing.
It makes me think of if you were just swimming in the ocean and you get low-key mauled by a rogue piece of kelp that feels all slimy and you were to just pull it out of the ocean and take a big chunk. That's what it makes me think of, so I'm genuinely hoping it doesn't taste like that, but we're gonna find out. I got 2 flavors. There is sea salt, and that one is a whopping 20 calories for the whole pack.
Oh la la!
And there's Thai sweet chili, which is 15 calories. I'm gonna let you open the Thai sweet chili. I'm gonna open the sea salt, and we're gonna taste test and see if it is as horrifying as I'm picturing. And if it's not, I'm gonna be really happy I found a new snack that's low-cal. Oh, mine's more green than yours. Let's see.
That's good.
Trying to get this thing in my mouth makes me feel like a giraffe at the zoo.
Yeah, this one does have some spice.
You think it's like the kill me levels of spice, or
I
like...
don't know. Everything kills you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, we'll trade. I'm gonna take a nibble. I'm not gonna have a whole pack because I'm gonna die.
Oh shoot, I got 2.
No, it's spicy and seaweed.
Seaweed's good.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it.
why is it so spicy?
Because it has Thai chili.
It said sweet chili. Oh god, and now it's the lime water. That is the weirdest combo. The flavor is nice, I think. The spice is way too much for me on the Thai chili one. Like, my mouth is dying. Hold on. It does not pair well with lime flavored water, although I will say the actual taste of lime water is growing on me. The crunch and the flakiness is absolutely fantastic, but my brain cannot compute with the fact that I'm eating something leafy that tastes more like salmon. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you're enjoying it a lot more. I need to try another one of the salt ones. Let me see if it'll grow on me the same way the lime
I've
water
had
did.
this snack before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, many times.
Oh. Well, like on sushi, right? I don't even
as
normally
a
like
snack.
it on sushi.
As a snack too.
Oh.
Now, I know obviously I look absolutely charming while eating this, but it's because my brain could not compute how to put it in my mouth properly. It was just this weird, salmony, stick straight, crispy leaf, and I could not figure it out.
The seaweed reminds me of Austin Powers' father. No, the gold member, when he takes like a big flake of skin off.
Well, my appetite's done.
Why?
That's disgusting!
That's kind of what it looks like.
You can have the rest of this. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm glad he loves it, but this is not the snack for me. However, I am glad that I tried something new to get out of my comfort zone. That is literally my favorite part about all these challenges. Now, while he is enjoying the rest of his snack, I want to tell you guys about this walk. Honestly, I was really nervous, especially because my ankle has been so cantankerous lately. It was definitely bothering me through some of the walk, but I also felt kind of good because I felt like I was using muscles that I hadn't used in a while. So that was a blessing. I think the biggest thing is that it helps me to get out of my brain and out of anxiety mode. And I always forget that it does this until we actually go for the walk. The whole way up here, I was stressing. It's so easy in America to just feel constantly stressed because here hustle culture is very much a thing. We're pretty much just expected to work ourselves to the bone, and it never really seems to go as far as one would hope. And so I feel like I'm always fixating on, I need to be working more, I should be doing this, or I need to get more chores done around the house. And I kind of like forget that there's more to life than just working yourself into the grave. I just realized you matched your cup.
No.
You got your Buc-ee's Christmas shirt and your cup. Subtle merchandising, I guess. I don't know. But getting to go out there and just be in nature, even though nature was halfway freezing us to death, honestly felt amazing. I feel like my brain is so much more at peace than it has been in literally months because I haven't gotten to go hiking in forever. If you ever are just feeling overwhelmed with life and you need a freaking break, go outside. Away from the city. Why are you holding me like that? Were you trying not to crunch?
Yeah.
I was like, why is he just holding it? Yes, basically, if you need a break, take a leaf out of Ariana's book.
I so enjoy air.
Or a leaf out of Cynthia's, literally with the seaweed. Try something new and maybe go for a little adventure out into the wilderness. Highly recommend. And now I'm ready to go back home and get warm again.
I waited until we got home to try Ariana's dragon fruit snack, and I gotta say, for fruit that is that stunningly beautiful in color, I kind of thought it would be a lot more flavorful, but it was sorta just basic and there. Not what I expected.
It's
We are back home, and I did my hair and my makeup today, Glinda style. And we have a new outfit. We have a little dash of green with my romper. And this is actually a dress, but it's so swishy, I kind of like to use it as a cape. What do y'all think?
Look at you. You're beautiful.
Why, thank you. It is time for lunch, and Cynthia is a big fan of doing wraps, in particular ones with peanut butter, apples, and raisins. So I'll be trying that today to see if it's any good or not. This is just a snippet of what I'm trying for dinner. Mostly, both of the ladies seem to have a lot of varieties in terms of fruits, veggies, and nuts, but as those are standalones, it's not really that dramatic for me. I just want to see if the wrap's any good, because I don't know how I feel about raisins. Not bad at all. Honestly, it's not even that noticeable that the raisins are in there. You're mostly tasting peanut butter and apples. I would say as a snack, this is pretty good. I don't know that I would consider it a lunch. I think I'm still getting used to what small portions are, and they didn't really specify how big of a wrap they used. I just used a regular tortilla. There's also like the burrito-sized tortillas, but at least not bad tasting. Just a little phone camera update. That wrap ended up being bomb as heck. I feel like it got better and better as I ate more and more of it. And I don't know if it was that my body was just excited that there was some fruit in there with the apple or what, but it was good. I will definitely be having that again. Sometimes the really basic freaking things can be pretty good. But what about some more exercises? In preparation for filming Wicked, Ariana was actually expected to lose 15 pounds to match the producer's vision, whatever that means. 15 pounds on an already slim body is a crazy large amount, and this is not unheard of in the industry. Even when the original Wizard of Oz was filmed, there was pressure on the actress who played Dorothy to be super, super thin. It was crazy back then, it's crazy now. Now, Ariana has talked a little bit about what she likes to do for exercise. She has mentioned that she enjoys Pilates, which we have already tried. And not only did I get to do it for my Sabrina Carpenter video, but I made an entire video on it by itself, so feel free to check that out after this. But what else? What else? So Ariana is a big believer in doing strength training, same as Cynthia, which is great because that is super important to have a balanced exercise routine. Instead of doing chunks of days, like say a push-pull leg day, what Ariana does for strength training is she has one type of exercise every single day, and what that exercise is varies. Whenever she's doing her exercise of the day, she does 5 sets of 30 reps. So we're going to be doing the same thing. And of her little selection that she likes to choose from, today we are going to be doing glute bridges. One of the things I like about Ariana's method of doing strength training is that it's not something that's so excessive that you actually need to get changed into an exercise outfit. You can just do it in whatever outfit you have on. The downside of doing glute bridges is even though you are getting a phenomenal workout for your glutes, you are essentially thrusting into the air. And all it takes is for one random creepy guy at the gym while you're doing these glute bridges and suddenly...
Popular. You're gonna be popular.
No thank you, sir. But I do them at home just fine, and man, they're a good workout for your butt. Now, Cynthia is also no stranger to strength training. Whenever she was filming Wicked, she had to be in top physical shape because she was doing her own stunts while singing live, which is a workout in and of itself. Not only does she do strength training, but she goes hard at it. I did find in an interview that she did that she said her big secret for exercising is simply consistency. Cynthia's biggest tip is that to be successful with your exercise routine, you have to actually put it in your schedule to make time for it. And I think this is a fantastic tip. The biggest thing that helped me to be consistent in my personal exercise routine was to do the exact same thing. So instead of just being like, okay, I need to go to the gym today, I already know a week in advance that I'm going to be at the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know that I go immediately after work. It is scheduled on my planner just like everything else. And to make sure that I'm not getting off track and just never making it there, when I'm putting out my work clothes the night before, I'm also putting together my gym clothes. I put them in a bag and I clip my keys to it. So so I have no excuse for leaving them behind. Now, Ariana does not have any videos online of her working out, I think just because she has been subject to so much speculation about her body and what she does over the years. But Cynthia is definitely proactive with posting her workouts on her Instagram, and I was actually able to find a complete workout on there, which is what we're going to be trying next. But this one calls for some workout clothes. And I might need to get rid of the wig or it's going to go flying when we try. The first exercise alone is insane. I have no idea if I can physically even do this. To be honest, I don't think I can, but I want to try because it looks really freaking fun. It looks like Pilates, but on steroids. Man, if you ever need a reminder to stretch, this is it. I'm not even sure how to get close enough to the door to do it. But she can use the doorknob. Nope. The core control alone to lift yourself up is like unheard of. It took a second for me to figure out how the heck to modify this. There's absolutely no way under the sun that I'm gonna be able to lift up my full body weight on my freaking wrists. But if you still want something that incorporates your core as well as a little bit of your booty, basically scoot your butt as close as you can get to a door and try to like essentially do a backwards crunch where you raise yourself up. As you can see, it scoots me back a little. So sometimes you might have to scoot back up. Definitely a good workout, but honestly, I would just do different ones that are more your level unless you are beast mode like Cynthia. It's a good thing the floor is clean. This next one is kind of a combination of a plank and a pike, neither of which I can do without being on my knees, so we shall see how it goes. So she goes up, and then she gets up.
It's not gonna work.
Let me just adapt this because I already know for a fact that there is no way in heck I'm going to be able to get all the way up into a pike. If you need to adapt it at home, get something that can raise your arms because a single lever mat is not going to cut it for me. Now that I'm a little taller, there's a little less resistance. Now I'm up all the way. It's not as fluid, but we can go back out. Not adapted enough. I'm going to stay on my elbows. If you need to adapt it, straighten it out, try and bring your knees in. Try not to arch your back like I'm struggling not to do. And if you need to, just do a baby bend to the knees. Safe to say I'm not strong enough to really nail this one yet. At the very least, Cynthia is a beast and this is a humbling experience. For this one, I have no way to physically do this because I have nothing I can hang off of, but I gotta say this is pretty freaking cool looking. I gotta admire how much dedication Cynthia puts into actually getting this fit. So I grabbed a dish towel from the kitchen, mostly just so I'm not massacring my leggings because I actually really like these. But you're gonna put it under your knees, and instead of trying to hold yourself up as high, same thing, you want a higher level, get in plank position, except for, you know, on your elbows, and you try to bring the knees up.
No matter how many times I see myself doing this exercise, the only thing I can think of is that one scene in Home Alone 2 with Tim Curry. Whenever he's crawling through the hallway, that's what I feel like I look like.
Obviously, I'm not propped up on my elbows, but this is the only way I can get my knees fully up. The next progression would be to try doing this on your elbows, and then try to bring your knees forward. Clearly, I am no Cynthia. Let's just say, if Cynthia is flying around as Elphaba doing all this while singing, holy cow, girl is freaking amazing. And I think she has new body goals in terms of strength. Not talking about the weight loss, but the ability it takes to do these. Holy crap. I hope you guys are appreciating the fact that I'm taking the time to make a complete fool of myself on the internet, but I'm trying it for science. All right, so this next one, she's essentially going from a split squat, reverse lunge, neither of which I'm great at, to like, whoo. That's fun, but there's no way this looks good. Hang on. I feel like a toddler learning how to walk. Whew. Okay, maybe don't do this in sandals. This is such a fail. That one's kind of fun, though there's no way my form was right. All in all, there was not a single one of those exercises that I was able to successfully do even by modifying them. Hands down, Cynthia's level of fitness, at least at the time of taking that video, her level of fitness is like expert plus. I aspire to be that strong someday. Like, that was actually kind of cool to find something extra that I can look forward to. So, A+ for her, giant fail for me, but I have more goals now. It is time for dinner. And of course, a new outfit. For dinner tonight, I decided to channel my inner Glinda. We've of course made a return with the wig. Got a little bit of pink hinted makeup, although I went a little heavy on the blush. Hopefully y'all can't tell on camera. And one of my favorite dresses, because it's just happy and pink, and also happened to be the right shade, so it's a win. Tonight I was kind of in the mood to see if I could go out on the town and see what I could find that would still fit in both of these ladies' diets. However, my husband is not feeling so hot tonight, so instead, I'm gonna look cute at home and we order DoorDash. Honestly, it's just really nice to be able to get dressed up. I feel pretty, or you know.
So I've been told.
Now, in terms of that dinner, in addition to eating all of the veggies, Ariana Grande also follows a macrobiotic diet, which basically just means that she focuses on finding balance within her food. And I'll put a little screenshot right up here for what that means for her. Both Ariana and Cynthia are huge fans of anything that is either a veggie bowl or a veggie wrap. So I decided to forego the meat for once, and I found a restaurant that actually suits my needs. It's called Bella Green, and from it, I ordered both a veggie wrap and essentially like a lettuce taco, but it has veggies in it instead of meat. I'm genuinely curious as to whether or not they're gonna taste good. I'm actually really excited to find out though, because if I actually found a restaurant that has veggies and more veggies and more veggies, and they're, excuse you, sir, and they're actually delicious, I am so on board. One of the things that's hardest about losing weight is consistently being able to find places, if you want to eat out, that won't completely screw up the lifestyle that you're trying to lead. You still want to be able to go out and enjoy your food, but you definitely have to do your due diligence with like hunting down the right restaurant or the right meals, or at least something that's in your calories. It can be done though, and that is what tonight is about. The DoorDash order is here. They of course forgot half of it, but at least the veggie parts that were for me are here. I'm not super impressed so far because what you see when you order on the menu is not even close to what arrived. But hopefully it will at least taste good. The first thing I'm going to try is the little veggie taco, which is more of a ginormous wedge salad. The lettuce ratio is way too much, but the flavor is phenomenal, so that part I'm happy about. And let's try the wrap. Not bad. Overall rating, minus the excessive lettuce, I'd say about a 7. I'm not in love, but I'm definitely not hating it, which was at least a pleasant surprise. Half the fun is just trying new places, but trying to be aware of what I order, so I can actually sort of get that dopamine hit with food, but find it in ways that come with healthier foods. So I'm not hating it. But at least I'm having some veggies tonight, and I am not disgusted with the flavor. Not bad for the evening. So we've seen it all. The diet, the exercise, a hint of fashion, a very fluffy wig, which I still cannot quite figure out how to style, but I love it nonetheless because I never get to be this blonde. But are all of these habits part of something that could be sustainable? Well, I will say in terms of exercise, absolutely. Everything that I learned about both Ariana and Cynthia is stuff that makes sense. They are focused on a balanced exercise routine that's not only strength training, there's cardio, there's flexibility, they're doing it all, and of course a few stunts on their own, which is pretty impressive. But what about the diet? That is the part where I'm still kind of on the fence. Although, to be fair, neither one of these ladies has posted a direct what I eat in a day video, so knowing the exact amounts of what they eat is not something I can comment on because I have no idea. All I know is that of the foods I tried, I do feel like they've got a pretty decent balance in terms of nutrition, but since I couldn't really find a lot of details on how they paired them, me personally, I think I would have ended up a little bit hungry, but I did like the inspiration for all of the veggie wraps because that's something that can taste good, as I found out from Bella Green, and I think that's something that I want to work a little bit more into my diet because your girl struggles with veggies. Either way, I had a ton of fun this week, especially with all like the crazy makeup and the crazy hair, even though I feel like I'm wearing it. But it is super, super fun, and I really love doing these videos. If there is a famous person or persons whose diet and exercise you would like me to critique, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you lovely, lovely humans in the next one.
If there are no further questions, I'm gonna go.
Bye-bye.